Uh-huh. Nard, nigga. We them boys, nigga, stamp it. Down here in the south, you can't go round without that cannon. Don't got time to do no planning. Pull up in that hot car with them speakers steady jamming. Got the chrome all on my rims, my nigga. We the ones that's branded. Cruising double S, I got a 4-5 in my hand. Grew up sliding through that dirt, was not raised by that sand. I'm a country made nigga, you know I don't give a damn. To them niggas talking tough, I'ma pull up where you stand. We them boys, nigga, stamp it. Down here in the south, you can't go round without that cannon. Don't got time to do no planning. Pull up in that hot car with them speakers steady jamming. Got the chrome all on my rims, my nigga. We the ones that's branded. Cruising double S, I got a 4-5 in my hand. Grew up sliding through that dirt, was not raised by that sand. I'm a country made nigga, you know I don't give a damn. To them niggas talking tough, I'ma pull up where you stand, yeah. South made nigga, you know I'm legit. Got that gold on my wrist, every corner know we lit. Big body swinging.
Yo, what's goody with y'all, man? I'm back with another video. Today I'm finna be explaining one of the best defenses in the game. A lot of y'all been asking me, what defense do I run? What adjustments do I make? Things like that. So I'm gonna break down this defense. I want to explain everything about cover 6 and cover 9, the main defenses that I run, especially when I'm running coverage. As you guys see, like in my streams, I definitely be boxing players. I definitely make it to the Super Bowl. I have a lot of coins on what no money spent. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this down for you guys. So I'm in the Ravens defensive playbook. So take notes on that Ravens defensive playbook, and the formation we're gonna take a look at. I run 2 formations, but it just depends on what the opponent's running. But I do run nickel 3-3 low mug, which there is a cover 6 in here right here if you press square. And then if you go to nickel over, you're gonna be able to see a cover 6 right here, and they have a cover 9 in here as well in the nickel over as well. But first things first, we're gonna take a look at cover 6 and how this plays against certain formations. So the first thing we're just gonna look at, we're just gonna see like how it plays against trips, and just kind of we know trips is probably one of the most, probably one of the best plays in the game, or one of the best formations in the game, I mean. But let's take a look at the roles of this coverage. So first things first, we're going to start off on the right side of the field and move all the way over to the left. Now, if someone does come out in trips tight end, the first thing that you guys want to recommend, or first thing you guys want to do, is look at the soft squat. The soft squat is on the right side of the field, and you also want to make sure, if you're going against trips, you want to make sure the cover 4 side is on the trip side. So the left side is cover 4, the right side of the cover 6 is cover 2. So if you get it, cover 4, cover 2, 4 plus 6, or 4 plus 2 equals 6. So it's a hybrid coverage. It's literally, this is just match coverage, cover 2 on one side, cover 4 on the other side. So now we're gonna pay attention to the soft squat. Now, let's say for an example, the soft squat. So the soft squat plays like a traditional cloud, but it has a certain rule and principle to it, to the point where it can guard anything going deep. But you have to make sure you do the right adjustment. So first things first, like I said, you want to make sure you're looking at this right corner. So the role of this right corner with the soft squat is that if there's any route that breaks down, any route that goes underneath, the soft squat will cover it. So if the running back runs to the outside, the soft squat will pick it up, and then the vertical hook will match the tight end, and then sometimes leaving the third rec just to kind of sit here in the middle of the field. It kind of just depends on the formation, but I kind of already know how this works against trips. So that, I'm gonna say that one more time. The soft squat is going to play like a traditional cloud. He's going to cover everything going underneath. So if the running back runs out to the outside, the soft squat will literally sit here and play this route. Or, if let's say, for an example, let's say the vertical hook decides he wants to match the running back, the soft squat will pick up on the tight end, because we know the tight end is going to run a corner route. The soft squat really does an amazing job against corner routes, and I'm pretty sure you've seen that in my previous videos about how soft squats cover the corner routes. So that is the main role of this soft squat zone. Now, the role of this vertical hook zone that you guys are seeing right here, sometimes it does glitch out depending on the formation. So sometimes you will give up maybe one play touchdown sometimes, and that's okay because you have to learn how to make adjustments, right? That's the key thing in this game, make adjustments. Now, let's say the tight end decides he wants to run vertical. If the tight end runs vertical, the vertical hook will literally match this guy and literally run with him. So if the tight end decides he wants to run a streak, and when the tight end normally runs a streak like this, I typically like to put this deep half into a deep fourth like this. I like to put him in this type of zone just to help out, because if I leave him in a deep half like this, he's not gonna play it, and he's just gonna, when the play starts, he's kind of just gonna gravitate towards going over here and kind of just sitting over here, but he's gonna leave this whole entire middle wide open. So to prevent that, I go simple, just a cover, put him just in a 4 right there, just put him in a D4. Now let's move on to the third rec. Now the third rec zone could be a zone you user. It just kind of depends. It kind of depends, because if the running back decides he wants to run an angle route, the third rec is responsible for this. So the third rec is really responsible for this, but at the same time, there's two different unique roles with this zone. There's two unique roles. Sometimes if like Devontae Smith, I think that's not Devontae Smith, but if number 2 right here decides he wants to run over the middle, then the third rec will pick it up, and then he will pass him off to the vertical hook, and then he would pick up the running back if the running back runs an angle route. So it's kind of confusing, but it's really just based off roles. So let's look at the cover 4 side. We'll come back to the third rec zone, because the third rec zone has unique principles and unique roles that is gonna make this guy make this shit crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, so let's look at the cover 4 side. So now we see this cover 4 side. Now when your opponent comes out in trips and you are coming out in this cover 6, I like to simply back up this corner. I like to back him up. There's 2 ways you could do it. You can press triangle and then X. You can do triangle or Y, and then press X or A, and then press square on this outside receiver, and then you're gonna be able to back him up just like this. But we're manually just gonna do it ourselves. But normally that's what I like to typically do, because when you come out in the stock cover 6 against trips, this guy right here will be pressed up, and then he can't get beat over the top. So I like to back him up just like this, by like 5-6 yards off the ball, just like that. So against trips, no matter what, this outside guy is manned up on this receiver no matter what. So if the receiver runs a slant, a drag, anything like that, this guy is really responsible for him as well. Same thing with the quarter flat. If this guy runs vertical, he literally is responsible for this guy no matter what. And then the same thing goes with him. If this guy runs vertical, he's responsible for him as well. But sometimes what I like to do, as far as trips go, sometimes I could man this guy up and then simply just use her here with the vertical hook. Because most players, when they run trips, they do block their running back. They're not gonna really like, send their running back out on the route. And if they do, most people are gonna probably put their tight end on a corner route. Soft squad's gonna pick it up, and then I can just pick up the running back, and then we're good to go, just like that. But that's really it. Now let's go ahead and get into some of the technicalities that I like about this defense. That's really, really good. Because let's take a look at 4 verticals. Now 4 verticals is probably one of the best plays in trips that a lot of you guys probably seen, and everybody uses 4 verticals. Everyone loves that play. But let's just take a look. Let's just see if we got we just got PA crossers. Oh, this is verticals. Oh, this is actually perfect. This is actually a perfect play right here. So let's just take a look on, let's see how these zones play. So let them hike the ball. Got a pick right there. Cool. Let's just go down. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how these guys really typically played this. So right here, the vertical hook, you see that this vertical hook, you see that this guy isn't a vertical hook. The vertical hook, he plays the tight end when he runs a drag just like this. And then this is exactly what I was saying. If this guy runs vertical, this outside guy is the deep 4. This guy is the quarter flat, or this guy right here is the quarter flat. And then you have another deep 4 guy right here, which he decided he wanted to cover as well. And then we have safety help over the top with the deep half. But the deep half in cover 6 is really just like one of those. It's not really a matching zone. It kind of just plays back and kind of sits in this area, you know, in the cover 2, on the cover 2 side of the field. That's his role. But normally I like to put that guy in a deep 4. So now you see the soft squat. This is exactly what I mean. If the running back decides he want to run out on a route, you see that this guy, the soft squat, is literally on the running back. So this is going to be minimum gain. But sometimes, you know, this Madden 26, they can break a tackle, you know, do some crazy stuff, stick work, all that good stuff. But 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get a good stop on this, probably about 2 or 3 yards, maybe even get up to the line of scrimmage. So that's not bad there. So you see the vertical hook. He matches this guy right here, plays kind of really amazing defense, plays amazing defense on this. And that's really all she wrote on that. That's really all she wrote when it came to that type of play right there. So cover 6 is really, really good. It's basically like a man-to-man, but it has its zone principles to the point where certain players pass off certain players to this, you know, to unique spots. So let's look at level sales real quick. We're just gonna let them hike the ball. We're just gonna sit on our D lineman just like this, and we're just gonna see how they play out right here. So as you see right there, so this is what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about here. So the third rec kind of got cooked right here. This guy got cooked, and this is really the weakness of the cover 6 and cover 9 if you do run like a level sales concept. But I do know how to stop this. But you get the point as far as how these guys are going to play. You see that earlier in the video I did say the third rec has its unique roles on what it should play. And so the third rec is supposed to play this guy right here, number 2. And then you see that AJ Brown cooked on this route because this guy's on a deep 4, and then he gets cooked on the inside. And then the quarter flat just plays immaculate defense on this route. He bags it up. He runs with it. And then this guy up here plays amazing defense up top of the route as well. So this is double covered. But most people are probably going to be throwing this underneath. And this is for easy gain as well. But as you guys can see, look at the role of the soft squat. The soft squat really didn't play up to the running back, and that's what I'm talking about sometimes. Sometimes his zone does glitch out, but he did run back down to go get the running back. But you see that we have safety help over the top that we don't really have to worry about trying to play the corner out. We played really, really good defense on this. The deep half really played amazing right there, and we ended up getting a pick. But the roles of cover 6 is really, really unique. It's unique, but let's go ahead and get into how to stop, how I would play against this type of play right here. So normally what I would do is I would simply, I probably would go right here. I would man this guy up just like this. I would man this guy up just like that, because we know for a fact the two guys over here, they're pretty much man coverage. We know that. We know they're pretty much man coverage. I would just use this third rec, and then the corner route and everything should be bagged up because we want to play right here in the middle of the field anyway. So we're going to let him hike the ball. You see, we're going to go ahead and take this route away and then take that route away. And then you see the soft squat kind of sit over there to play the running back as well. But, I mean, there are some things you could do. There's some things you could do to make this a lot better. So we're going to man up. We're going to reset. We're going to man up this deep. We're going to man up this deep 4 just like this. You know, just like that. And then we're going to simply man up the running back using the vertical hook just like this. So then we take this deep half and then move them to a deep 4 just in case. So this is what I mean. These are certain things you could do. Now, this is still match defense. What makes this still match defense is because we have a third rec zone, we have a quarter flat zone, and we have a soft squat zone. So there's still a match defense. Still match defense, but we're making these guys play heavy man-to-man on just these two guys. So we're going to let them hike the ball, and we'll see the difference as this play plays out. And you see right there, we bagged it up. You see right there, we bagged it up. Just these certain adjustments that you have to make this defense really, really good. You see that we covered the middle of the field. We had that bagged right there. Now, I mean, any good player would probably, you know, throw this pass right here, which is okay. I'm not mad about that. I mean, there's certain adjustments we can do about that. We can, you know, take this guy. We can take 28 instead of man him up. We can put him in a hook zone and move the hook zone just like underneath. whatever the case may be, we could take that route away. But you see that since we manned up the vertical hook on the running back, the soft squad now can play this corner route, and you see that he literally bags us up to the point where he can't do nothing. You feel like this defense is actually insane. Like, y'all not actually peeping that. And that's what I was talking about earlier, is if you do man up the running back, the soft squad is literally taking control of guarding this corner route by the tight end, and he's gonna take it away just like that. So now you have yourself a unique route combination that can help you out. So now let's get into how I would typically go about stopping level cells. So I put this guy in a hook just like this, you know, stem it down just like that, because we know, I mean, we kind of already know the play. We know how the plays ran. So we would do something like this. We'll do something like this, and then we'll man up the third rec zone on the other guy, so we can just kind of just sit right here in the zone. So we'll go like this. We'll hook zone U. We got the vertical hook here. We'll man this guy up, and then we'll kind of put this guy in a deep four just like this. And then we'll kind of just sit down here and play on these inside routes. So let him hike the ball. We take away this route, and my guy still gets beat. The game is really bad when it comes to playing man coverage, because they don't really play good man coverage in this game. But you kind of get the concept of what I'm getting at. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Now these certain routes that your opponent loves to throw are pretty much covered, and now you can't really throw this route across the field. So that's going to be my cover 6 breakdown against trips. But if you guys want to see different formations and how I attack certain formations, let me know in the comment section down below if you have any comments, questions, or concerns. Anyway, boys, man, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay at your man. Hope y'all have a great rest of y'all Tuesday. And I'm out of big.